Hello guys, what's up? It's me, Rahul, here, bringing you guys another episode of the Bruins Alumni team. And I know you guys are wondering, where are the upcoming episodes? Well, you guys, I basically planned out, I pre-recorded, and this is the format you're gonna get, no face cam, basically. I can edit, like I've always done back in my Premiere Pro days. If you guys remember that, let me know down in the comment section below. But today we're taking out the Gordie Howe Detroit Red Wings today. This game is very important because it's Gordie Howe. And also, they're in the Western Conference. Original six. Let's get this underway. Now, you might be thinking to yourselves, Raul, why is this such an important game on your hands? Well, it is what it is. Also, you might think to yourselves, I know I've talked about this in previous videos. Go check out the last one. You might be thinking to yourselves, Raul, why are you... As you see, Adam Oates scores first goal. You might be thinking to yourselves, okay, which alumni teams do you plan on facing in the upcoming episodes? Well, as you know, I pre-recorded, so I know who I'm going to face. However, here's the thing. I did not face San Jose at all. And there's a reason why I didn't face San Jose. San Jose. Okay, San Jose's alumni team is kind of awkward because the Minnesota North Stars and Cleveland Barons effectively both had financial issues. The NHL said the Cleveland Barons can merge into the Minnesota North Stars. Then, one of the stakeholders of the Minnesota North Stars was granted an expansion team. For that team, an expansion team, to be back in the Bay Area, which is now the San Jose Sharks. The issue is with the San Jose Sharks is that the San Jose Sharks are one of those teams where its alumni team isn't very good, in my opinion. Because, and I'm going to prove this to you guys really quickly. San Jose, I'm not saying San Jose is a bad team. I'm just letting you know that San Jose is just like one of those teams where you wouldn't expect that many Hall of Famers other than Joe Thornton and the boys. So, San Jose has been around since 1991. Now, they're technically linked to the California Golden Seal. The Seals history and the Barons history, right? However, the issue is that they technically started in 1992. They had Joel Thornton, and basically the issue is they have Patrick Marleau, Rob Blake, Igor Larinov, Sergei Markarov, Timu Selane, and Doug Wilson, who are affiliated to the Hall of Fame. The point I'm trying to make is this. The San Jose Sharks are kind of mid. And like I said before, they have made the playoffs, and they have made the Stanley Cup Finals in 2015-2016. That season. And another thing is that San Jose was the number 3 seed in the Pacific Division. So it is what it is. And we scored a second goal, which I'm not paying attention. I'm sorry, guys. I have to talk about this. I want to face good quality teams, okay? Now, the thing is about the San Jose Sharks in my universe is that because of the certain realignment purposes, I will not be facing, as you see, we scored a goal. I personally will not be facing the Las Vegas Golden Knights, Vegas Golden Knights, and the Seattle Kraken. Why? Because they're relatively new. Both teams don't have Hall of Fame worthy players, although you could make an argument for Fleury. Oh my god, I can't remember that goalie who played for the Pittsburgh Penguins. Anyway, yeah, you can't. They don't have good quality players at all, and even though the Vegas Golden Knights made a run for the Stanley Cup Finals in their first ever season, it's kind of odd because that team is not like how it used to be. They make the playoffs, sure, but are they going to make it to the Stanley Cup Finals at some point? Maybe not. Who knows? They lost to the Washington Capitals in 6 games, where Ovi won a Stanley Cup and finally broke the narrative that he can never win a Stanley Cup with the Washington Capitals. As you see, Prentice, whatever you want to call him, scores a goal. So yeah, San Jose. Here's the thing: if in a hypothetical situation, I do face San Jose in the Stanley Cup Finals, that would mark that I would have faced every single alumni team. This does include Hartford and Hartford, Quebec. Who else? Hartford, Winnipeg, Hartford, Quebec, and oh my god, there's a third. Minnesota. Yep, Minnesota. Now, I could face Colorado Avalanche, Colorado Rockies, and like a spin-off episode, like just like a regular one. But I don't want to do that. Cashman scores a goal. I could do like one-off episodes where I take the alumni, my alumni team, and just face off against Seattle Kraken, and like an epilogue. That would actually be sick, by the way, because I never really done those kinds of videos. Like, it could be like an exhibition type of thing, you know. It would still be part of the season, but you know, it is what it is technically, and I pretty much like that, you know. So I was just looking through here, by the way. It always says you have to resume, but I don't understand why. Anyway, we're up 5-0. This is on competitive skill. We're taking on the Red Wings, Gordie Howe. And I might go over the rosters, by the way. And yes, they scored a goal. Chelios, Nicholas Lindstrom, Gordie Howe. Brett Hall is also on this team. Gordie Howe will forever be a Detroit Red Wing, but also a Ray Burke scores a goal, and Gordie Howe will always be remembered as a Detroit Red Wing mainly, and a Hartford Whaler. So, which is kind of odd to me, because that's just how it is. Atlanta. So, I'm planning on doing an expansion franchise, not like these kinds of franchises, like where I put alumni and all those things. I'm planning on doing an alumni franchise, with a custom league and everything. However, I am going to state this. Maybe as a custom league, who knows? However, so here is the thing. Shevers versus Vernon. So most of the guys, this Detroit team is equivalent to the what is it? What's it called? They're like the equivalent to the Montreal Canadiens. However, the Montreal Canadiens, in the division that we put them in with Quebec Nordiques. The Quebec Nordiques have a Hextall, by the way. Duplicate players, like, that's the issue with this, most of the alumni teams, actually, because Wayne Gretzky is on 4 different teams. That's the problem. And I'm gonna say this, I was trying to make plenty of different franchises, by the way. And I want to make a franchise where it has the original teams and everything. Like Norris, the Doors division, the Patrick, the Smythe, all those like names, because it's like historic in its own right. If we have to have, like different franchises, like custom teams, we can do that. I just want to be able to make like the Montreal Bruins, but like I can't do that because they don't have an alumni team. This is the problem with, I've talked about this in EA NHL. They don't like make alumni teams that are make alumni teams prominent to the NHL world. For example, okay, let me give you a quick example. The Montreal Maroons, they won two Stanley Cups. Then you have the, then you have the Montreal Wanderers. Then you have the California Golden Seals, Cleveland Barons. You have the Colorado Rockies. Okay, let me just start up by saying Some of the teams I'm gonna list don't really need one, but the ones that I do think they should have are the Montreal Maroons, Wanderers. There's so many I can name off the top of my head. The Quebec Bulldogs, Hamilton Tigers, and maybe the Brooklyn New York Americans, because that lineage, the Quebec Bulldogs Hockey Club, then Hamilton Tigers, the Brooklyn New York Americans, that's a really long lineage, and you have to understand that it's continued on. That's the thing. So that's what I'm trying to say. These are certain alumni teams I want. And a bell scored. This is what I want for the NHL. To be able to have historic squads, historic for the EA NHL series. I want them to have certain squads, certain teams, certain everything. Yes, there's penalty. I have no idea why. It's 2 minutes. It's more some conduct, which is an NFL type penalty, which would get you, if you get 2 of them, you get ejected. Here, it's a game is conduct. There's so many different types of penalties in the NHL landscape that results in different scenarios. So, yeah. So anyway, they're doing a comeback thing, and I know they would do this because they want to get into the overtime thing. So, when I check, if you saw in the beginning of this video, you check the record, their record is clean because they have a squad record of 17-5 with 0 overtime losses. The thing is, okay, of their what's it called, team, is that they're one of the best. They're one of the best in their conference. And if they somehow get past the, Boston, San Jose Sharks, if we ever face them, then yeah, I would happily do it. However, the thing is, I can't face San Jose Sharks. Yeah, sure, they have been consistent. They have Patrick Marleau. They have Joe Thornton. However, Patrick Marleau actually surpassed Gordie Howe. He has played the most consecutive games, and he has a very good Ironman streak. I would believe. And Patrick Marleau, while he might not be one of the greatest to ever play the game on ice, he is the best of the best. 100%. And third goal, that was scored by Gordie Howe. Have to give mad respect to Gordie Howe. Patrick Marleau, he basically played for the Toronto Maple Leafs and the Pittsburgh Penguins when, and he has played the most NHL games, regular season, playoffs, without winning a Stanley Cup. And that's quite sad. because he could have had a shot back in 2015 and 2016, but he failed. And when he went unsigned during 2021 to 2022, he announced his retirement. Currently, he's 43 years old. So, the alumni team that's going to happen for San Jose eventually, when they do proper ones, they're going to have Patrick Marleau. And that's going to be awesome. That's going to be sick. He has sent so many San Jose records, San Jose Shark records, one NHL record. He has won a gold medal with Canada at 2 Winter Olympic Games. He has made the All-Star game in 2004, 2007, 2009 in the NHL. And he, was the best during his time, and during the San Jose Sharks time with Joe Thornton. I know a lot of you are thinking, Joe Thornton, why are you mentioning Joe Thornton all of a sudden? Because it's relevant. And Gordie Howe against linesman, that's odd. And Gordie Howe, by the way, is a defensive player. Which is pretty cool. And Joe Thornton, Boston, okay, our Boston Bruins had him in 1997 to 2005, during the time, and including 2004-2005 lockout. Here is the thing. The Bruins were struggling during the season. Okay? During that time, the Boston Bruins traded Joe Thornton to the San Jose Sharks. So, in a weird twist of events, not only is, oh good lord, this is the issue 5.3. Anyway, so Joel Thornton will always be remembered as mostly a San Jose Shark, but he will never forget his beginnings as a Boston Bruin. And then he played for the Toronto Maple Leafs and the Florida Panthers, which nobody gives a crap about. Power play goal. Who's it going to be for? Lindsay, whatever you say. Nicholas Lindstrom, Brett Hall, Gordie Howe, Jerry Sawchuk, I think, because one YouTuber mentioned that. So, and Joe Thornton is the only player to win the Art Ross Trophy and a Hart Memorial Trophy while switching clubs. And also, he's one of those players who hasn't won a Stanley Cup, even though he kind of plays consistently. So, 4 goals, everything. See, the Detroit Red Wings do this, and odd man rush. I managed to recover, obviously. They could have had 6 goals. And we're still on a power play, by the way, because it was a 5-on-3, then it changed to a 5-on-4. So, in hockey, if you guys don't know this, when a penalty happens, there's a certain amount of time. In that certain amount of time, basically, a player is taken out for a certain amount of minutes, and then that's when a power play happens. If, in a hypothetical situation, so it goes from 5-on-4, 5-on-3. It could go 5-on-4, 4-on-4, 4-on-3, 3-on-3. You can have double penalties. You can have a game misconduct. So what happens in a game misconduct is that, so a game misconduct basically means that it's a 5-minute major. It can be attached onto elbow, slashing, unsportsmanlike conduct, anything like that. And then the game misconduct can be attached to that, and that means it's a 5-minute penalty. And in that situation, it's still going to be a 5-on-4, something like that, because it's a major penalty. It's a game misconduct. And also, I was trying to start fights in these games in the previous episodes that you've been seeing. The issue is, I realized from NHL 19 to 23, and also watching gameplay from 20, 21, 22, is that you can't really start fights. You just can't. And also, you can do that. So, maybe in an epilogue episode, I, myself, Rahul, will play a series of games against the San Jose Sharks, the Seattle Kraken, the Vegas Golden Knights, as games where, you would expect. Yeah. So, yeah. I will do that because it's like such good content. It's like an epilogue. I could do like gameplay with the all Eastern Conference, the all Western Conference, the all Grit, and like the all NHL Alumni. And I hate it. You know why I hate it? Because it's like kind of frustrating. I'm gonna say this with all my heart. It's actually kind of frustrating where, sorry. So I'm gonna state this, okay? For the custom lease I did with the alumni teams, okay? I was trying to figure out the custom leagues. Of course, I may make it traditional. I was the goal scorer by a way, linesman, man. The issue was that I was considering, and hold on. So the fifth goal scored by Paul Coffey, um, all man school recorder. Sorry, my bad. Um, I was trying to do like alumni team custom leagues, and the issue was that I did certain formats and certain scenarios where I pretty much was like, okay, if this is gonna happen back then, I might as well apply it to real life. It's kind of sad that I had one time, I had alumni franchises, I think, or like regular franchises or whatever, and I added like former teams like Atlanta Lambs, Atlanta Thrashers, Quebec Nordiques, those teams. Although I could have added the alumni, it wouldn't really make any sense, and it would be kind of awkward. Also, another penalty, which results in a power play. Anyway, I was kind of disappointed in myself, and I checked out that you could do 16 at 20 wildcard teams or something like that, and I put 42 teams. So, 7 teams in like each division. So, here was the problem. I think I did 20 wildcard teams. And I also did reseeding. The issue was, for some random reason, I had the LA Kings, when I finished the footage, which eventually got deleted, I had for some reason the LA Kings against the Boston Bruins. I was like, what the heck? I was like, what the heck? This doesn't make any... To me, it doesn't make any sense, because, number one, it's like it doesn't usually happen. This does, like me doing a odd man rush, that usually happens. Anyway, and number two, yeah, so number one, it doesn't usually happen. And number two, it felt like a glitch because the division I put LA, the Kings, was in the Pacific Division. Now, I obviously made one mistake about naming Alaska Sharks and San Jose Sharks, but we move. And the thing was that I didn't think about twice about naming it a different team, the Alaska team. And we're nearing the episode here, guys, so guys, just stay calm about my rambling. I faced LA Kings, and I was like, you know what, I'm going to delete the footage. And also, I'm going to do the alumni team, no matter what happens. And also, I'm going to, after the Stanley Cup playoffs and everything, I'm going to give you like an exhibition tour. Win or lose, we're going to face. We're going to face the... Back then, it was like that. We're going to face the Seattle Kraken. We're going to face the Las Vegas Golden Knights. We're going to face the San Jose Sharks alumni. And then we're going to face the All-Star teams. The Eastern Conference All-Stars, the Western Conference All-Stars, the all-time grit squad, which I don't even know what that means, and also the like the all NHL All Stars. Bye. 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 Bye.